Hi there, beautiful Leo. This is Miss Joan, Miss Joan's Tarot on the Hill. I'm here to talk to you about the 5th through the 11th of March. And we have the cards in front of us. We are looking at what's going on. And last week was pretty amazing, wasn't it? Got a lot of things done. I got to be in charge of stuff. That was cool. Really like that. And this week should be interesting, right? Let's see what's going on next. Once again, if you are jiving with what I'm talking about here, you can go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you guys being here. This will match some of you, but not all of you. So if it doesn't match you, come back next month and we'll see if it works. Okay? See how we match then. But thank you very much for being here. I appreciate you very much. All right, so let's look at what we have here. We have the Ten of Swords, and the Ten of Swords is telling me that you are still going to be in charge the following week. So last week you were kind of in charge of things, and now you're still in charge. But this power is hitting you differently this week than it did last week. Last week you had to do all the moves and get things going, and you were working really hard, and you had to have all the answers. This week is a little different, and you're able to approach it from a different angle. The Seven of Pentacles is here, the Rabbit, proper use of cycles. So you are looking at this situation and going, okay, well, all right, I'm still in charge, and I'm going to approach this from a different angle. I'm going to pause. I'm going to stop being quite so and pull back a bit. The Ten of Wands is here also, the Tortoise. Movement through pressures. Apparently they've added some additional layers to the situation that you're going to be in control of. So while you're approaching it, you're going, oh, this has a new look. So that's interesting. And you're like, okay, so I'm going to take a minute and I'm going to approach it differently. The Ten of Wands oftentimes has you taking your ideas and splitting. So paying attention to how that looks in one book of the tarot and realizing that here you're moving through heavy pressure. So interesting. Someone's going to putting the screws to you and you're like, I don't like this. I didn't like this at all. But maybe it's not the cycle of doing that. So we'll see. The Nine of Pentacles, we talked about you having financial situations that you were trying to see if this opportunity with control is offering you the financial benefit you need for what you want to do. There seems to be question marks in the air about that. So with that in mind, let's keep that in mind, right? Paying attention to that. Let's look at the Seven of Wands follows the Toad, inner strength and resources. The Toad is here to talk about your inner strength and resources. You have ideas, you have capacities, and you know what's going on. You are able and willing to approach things from a certain angle. But yes, there's definitely, you're trying to work some things out in your head. Is it really worth it to you to do this? So with that in mind, you approach the situation with the Hermit, the Owl. Wisdom, vision, and guidance. Wisdom, vision, and guidance. So you're going to sit still for a minute. You're going to go, wait. I have all this vision. I'm pulling back. I'm pulling in. I'm going to take on my wisdom. I'm going to see what I remember about how this normally goes. As they apply pressure, you're going to be looking through wisdom, okay? Interestingly, you have the Hermit again right here, right? And we're talking about you having this ability to pull back a little bit and go, okay, I've seen this going down before, and I'm going to just take a minute before I go willy-nilly crazy trying to make your stuff your way for all the way you do it with so little offered in my direction. So you don't want to do all that and not win. So yeah, that's interesting. Paying attention to that and seeing that you are indeed pulling back. You're pulling back, but you're not always pulling back from a place of fear ever. This is not that. This is you pulling back, going, okay, I'm gonna let you trip on yourself, and then when you're ready to see it the right way, I'll share my wisdom with you. Have a nice day. Some people have to learn through experience. Then others can learn through yours if they're willing to be open to it, but they haven't been so far. Okay? So we have the Seven of Swords here. And interesting, we have Pentacles, Wands, and Swords, all sevens, all three. Interesting. La 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 la. All sevens. But yes, we have the Seven of Swords here. Magpie. Proper use of secret knowledge. Okay, so this is Magpie. Proper use of secret knowledge. You have your secret knowledge, and they have not used it. They are not asking you for your opinion. So you're going to sit back and let them watch. Let them fall. It's okay. You're going to learn all by yourself. Page of Pentacles is here. Deer. Lure to new pursuits. The deer is here to say, you're already bored. You've already seen all you wanted to see. You've amused yourself by watching other people do silly stuff. And because they're not asking and they're not listening, you've already gotten bored. So that's real interesting. Pay attention to what's going on. Maybe if you've watched this, you won't have to walk through this week. You might even use your profound power and walk around this situation, so that you don't have to deal with this silliness after all. Because it looks like it's going to be a short-term, 1-week project of people pushing and shoving you in a direction and not listening to what you have to say. After last week, they saw you do some really cool stuff, but then they offer you this other thing, and you're like, I'm going to watch you guys do what you do because you don't want to hear me. That's fun. Have a good time with that. And that's an interesting way to approach it. So you might be able to avoid all of this, okay? But I see you getting bored at the end of the week, ready to move on to something else because this has been ridiculous, okay? So have a lovely, ridiculous week, Leo, and we will talk next week about the 12th through the 18th. Thank you again for being here. I really appreciate it. See you next week.